Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video, and happy Easter everybody. We hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Now this is maybe a little bit of a follow-up from the video that I did sort of calling out the BS Cardano article from 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏. I'm going to sort of illustrate in this video some of the reasons why I believe that that article was poorly written, poorly articulated, and very misleading. I'm going to sort of cover some of the the supply shortages of ADA and all that sort of stuff. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start on CoinMarketCap. Cardano is ranked 8th by market cap at 0.96 cent, up 0.68% at the time of recording. And there is some really bullish news surrounding Cardano, and it kind of flips it when you kind of consider 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏's article the other day. Very misleading. So Cardano's annual interest rate spikes to 54% as Binance is running short on supply. So we've got an awful lot of Cardano ADA staked, and we can come on to that in a moment. I think it's in the 70% range of all ADA is actually staked or delegated to pools, which is fantastic. And ultimately we're starting to see a supply shortage, and I think this is going to be a trend that continues. And I think it's a bit like the way I articulate it is a bit like the watch market, right? Rolex, for example, there's a real shortage of supply because of how they operate, right? And I think we're going to see something very similar with Cardano, and with that means we're going to see price discovery of the ADA asset. Now Binance obviously having a shortage, putting up their locked rewards up to 54%. Now I think that's full at the time of recording this video, but you can still get like 11+% locking up your ADA on Binance, because ultimately there's a shortage, right? And here's the proof in the pudding, right? 8 days lockup and you're going to get 54.49% on Binance. Now the 30, the 60 and the 90 days are still available, but the 8 days has obviously been filled, right? Because that is just obscene. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on Binance's locked rewards for their earn program for various different assets. I think that's really important to keep an eye on, because you can get some fantastic rewards. Obviously that's been filled 90 days. I think it's about 11.2% APY. So still some fantastic rewards to be had there. But I think the point of that I'm trying to raising this off the back of the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏 article that I thought was just absolute nonsense, poorly articulated, and very, very misleading. And I don't like that in this space, because ultimately people are misled in a way that doesn't benefit anybody. And I think it's bad and unhealthy for the space. And I think ultimately 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗏 have clearly got a problem with Cardano, and they need to grow up a little bit, in my humble opinion, because I'm just not gonna cover their articles moving forward if this sort of stuff doesn't continue. And I encourage other channels on YouTube to do the same and follow suit, because ultimately what else are they misleading their readers on? Ultimately I just don't think it's good for the space at all. But this to me articulates that there's a shortage, a squeeze on supply, which means that ultimately there's going to be people that want to buy ADA that are going to have to pay slightly more for it. And I think this is going to be a trend to continue when you consider all the other projects that are going on to Cardano, particularly when we start to see DeFi protocols go live, more DeFi protocols go live, I should say, because you're going to start to see pools spun up and more of it locked away. So it's very, very interesting, and I do expect some huge price discovery. Nick and myself, we've been aping into Cardano for an awful long time now, so you should definitely go do some research. Obviously none of this is financial advice, but for me and Nick, the future looks very, very bright for Cardano, right? And another thing to sort of mention here as well is Tether, USDT, and USDC stable coins are going to be launched on Cardano blockchain. Again, this is really, really bullish. Again, we're going to start to see more pairs, you know, between Tether and obviously USDC. And ultimately, that is fantastic news for Cardano. It's fantastic news for you know, individuals like ourselves who currently have to, you know, potentially pair it up with another asset in order to get the exchange. It might be like Bitcoin, and then you have to change Bitcoin into USDT or USDC, depending on the platforms that you utilize, obviously. So again, I think this is big news. It's a big deal, and something that's, you know, really, really exciting. Moving on, and I kind of wanted to sort of cover some of the insights surrounding Cardano. Again, wallets on the increase. We're still seeing that as time goes on. Total staked is now at 72.78%. Obviously, this is the pools. This excludes any third party like Binance, for example, also locking it up and utilizing it, and other platforms around that are doing similar stuff. So, you know, it's probably higher than this. And that is what's really interesting to me, because we are starting to see a squeeze on the asset. And, you know, as it becomes more and more, I guess, sought after with all the other projects that are going to be going on to Cardano, the more we're going to see the price discovery, in my opinion. Do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments below. The new ADA wallets per day is down slightly, but ultimately not too concerned. We're still seeing an upward trend there. Total value locked is at 222. I think that is million. Yes, million. So ultimately, it's down. It's been as high as 332 million. So, you know, we're starting to see that, you know, I think level out, and a lot of that is because of the state of the market and everything that's going on from a macro level around the world. The average block load is you know, amber at the moment at 88.48%, and the adjusted volume is down at the moment, but I expect that to increase. And then we're seeing the native tokens still increasing, as well as the transactions and payments per day is also on the increase. So really wanted to cover that off for you. And, you know, just to, you know, I guess an added bonus for this video, I really wanted to cover off 5 altcoins that are going to be on or are on the Cardano ecosystem that Nick and myself are either aping into or looking to ape into, and they're projects that maybe you would like to go do some research on. So the first one is 𝗕𝗘𝗪, or 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪𝗧, but the token is called 𝗕𝗘𝗪. And Nick and myself have been aping into this project quite heavy. You can buy it on PancakeSwap. You know, I really want to sort of say that, you know, when the game goes live, I think this token is going to increase in value. So do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪. Really like this project, and hopefully we will have more updates on this one shortly. Moving on, 𝗕𝗪𝗪. So this is around oracles. It turns out that Chainlink isn't really going to be doing anything on Cardano, so that really opens it up. And the one that we're looking at quite heavily is 𝗕𝗪𝗪. Again, a project maybe you would like to research. It's around oracles, you know, and data and all that wonderful stuff. Something that's definitely needed. Again, you know, they're going to have an impact on maybe some of the metaverse projects, maybe like 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪, for example, or 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Yeah, ultimately, I feel that they're going to be doing stuff in the metaverse as well. I think it's going to be really interesting around data and all sorts of different things. So one to definitely keep an eye on. Another one would be Meld. Really like the idea of Meld, the banking stack of for DeFi. I think we're going to see on and off ramps from the banking world as well. One that I am really excited about, and one that I do encourage people to go do some research on. Moving on, and we've got World Mobile again. a project that we think's, you know, doing fantastic things, looking to connect billions in Africa and beyond. And ultimately, this is a project that we think people should go do some research on. Do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments below. And then one that is currently on Ethereum but is porting over tomorrow, I believe, or at least that phased approach is happening, starting tomorrow. Singularity DAO, again, all around AI powered DeFi portfolios, and basically it's like a hedge fund. They basically run I guess like a hedge fund of sort for crypto, and they've done really well in their closed beta that we were part of. I did drop $10,000 into this one, and ultimately, you know, it outperformed the hedge funds quite significantly. And you know, that's only using one of the strategies. So when they start to long and short the market and use other strategies, I expect that to you know, again, increase. And ultimately, my expectation, and you know, this is just my opinion, along with everything else that I've discussed in this video, is that the hedge funds will start utilizing SDAO. I really do think that's going to be something that happens. I think the technology is awesome, the team is amazing, and ultimately the technology is better than the, you know, what the hedge funds are currently using. So, you know, if you can't, you know, if you have to start building something, you know, why not just join something that's just more superior, in my humble opinion. So yeah, just really wanted to highlight those projects. I think they're definitely worth spending the time, investing that time to research these projects. I think, you know, it's time, you know, well spent. So do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on these 5 projects. Let me know your thoughts on Cardano and all the things that I've covered today. Really interested to get your views and opinions. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a wonderful Easter, a fantastic weekend. If you enjoyed the content and you want to support the channel, just mash up that like button. It really does support the channel. It pushes out the content to like-minded individuals. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.